Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. They say charity begins at home, and we will be starting from the home front, from the home scene, where the Federal Ministry of Sports, as it stands right now, said there are plans in place to actually nurture, grow, expose the talents discovered at the last edition, the 7th edition of the National Youth Games that went down in Delta State. The Stephen Keshi Stadium precisely in Asaba, and the Minister of Sports, Senator John Owaneno, had a meeting with all of the Directors of Sports from the various federations from the various states. That was on Tuesday, to actually give them this information, to outline some of the programs that the Federal Ministry has put in place, as the federal government has put in place, to actually nurture these talents and help them to do better in their future endeavors in sports, and to see how Nigeria can also do well when it comes to the sporting world. And we know sports is beyond entertainment as it stands right now. Sports is business, and you just have to do the business side of the sport and outside maybe from entertainment. And also it's a good thing that the minister has proposed this, has joined heads together with the director of sports in the various in the states, to actually outline some of these programs that will be in place for these young athletes that was discovered at the just concluded National Youth Games in Delta State, Asaba. Let's not forget that we had a 5-year-old golfer in that tournament. We also had another 5-year-old in that festival, in that National Youth Games. We have 10, 12, 11, 8, 9, 7 that participated in the National Youth Games, and this is the way forward. You catch them young when they are very young. It's not all about winning medals, like the minister said during his welcoming address at the 7th edition of the National Youth Games. It's not about winning medals, but it's all about discovering athletes, and the states need to go beyond maybe going there to win, having it at the back of their mind that they are going there to win medals, but rather to discover athletes for the states and therefore Nigeria. In time past, we know how athletes have been discovered. Also at the National Youth Games, a female footballer was discovered from the Cross River team that has been was thrown straight to join up with the Flamingos, that is National Under-17 women's team of Nigeria. She was discovered right there at the National Youth Games. So a lot of talent discovery, and as it stands, the minister knows the importance of catching them young, knows the importance of helping them to grow from the grassroots, helping them to grow from the basis, from level 1 till they get to the highest level of their career. And that's what it is. If you see countries like America doing well in swimming, doing well in tracks, they didn't just wake up one morning and pick those athletes. They actually discovered them where they were performing at a very young age, and before you know it, they give them the right training, expose them to the right facilities, help them to grow, nurture their talent, build them. They'll help them not to be distracted at all. And you see them, the likes of Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt, for instance, was at the World Youth Games in 2002. That is for Usain Bolt. And after 2002, 4 years later, Usain Bolt became the lightning bolt, the legend. Nobody has been able to break his record at the World Championship, at the Olympics, back-to-back victories in 100 meter, 200 meter, and then the 4x100 meter relay for Jamaica. So Usain Bolt's record still stands till date. Noah Knight came close, but not yet there. So a lot. These guys were discovered from. Usain Bolt was discovered from the World Youth Games. At what age? He was just 16 when he attended the World Youth Games in 2002. And from there on, it has been a very fantastic outing for Usain Bolt till he left the track for others to come and try. So it's a good one that the minister is taking this step, and I just hope that the director of sports from the various states will align with the minister of sports. Let's see how we can develop our athletes. Let's see how we can develop our footballers, name them, in squash, badminton, tennis, a lot of sports that was showcased at the National Youth Games. Sometimes ago at the National Sports Festival, an athlete, a swimmer from Bayelsa State, won 13 medals. 13 medals. To date, we nobody have heard of her. Swimming, that is swimming. So let's harness these talents and see how we can do better to see if whenever we go out for competition, our athletes can always perform better and do well. I have Jeremiah Omoni that will be joining me from Ekiti. Okay, they say he's not ready. When he's ready, he will join us on the show. Okay, let's leave that story and go straight to the NBBF, where the women's basketball league, the concluding phase, we tip off today in Lagos, and the top two teams from the Savannah Conference and the Atlantic Conference will be slugging it out right there at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. We have Air Warriors, we have the Whales of the Blue Whales of Bayelsa State, we have the MFM team of Lagos also, and then we have Customs. So that competition will be tipping off today, and then the finalists will represent Nigeria at the BAL Africa for Women. That is the Basketball League Africa competition. So these 4 teams, and as for Air Warriors, they actually had to put in their best to get where they qualify from the Savannah Conference in Lafia. The Savannah Conference competition took place at Lafia City Stadium, and Air Warriors qualify from the Savannah Conference, then the MFM, and then the Blue Whales of Bayelsa in that order. Now they will be slugging it out to determine the winner of the Basketball Women's League 2023. Like I said, the winner will be representing Nigeria at Nigeria at the BAL Africa League for Women. The last time out for men, we have the Kwara Falcons, who represented Nigeria, and that's for the men's category, but they did not do well at all. They lost all their game. Even the classification game they played, they didn't win at all. And for the men's league, it will be starting by the 28th of this month. A few days away from now, the men's league will be tipping off, and we have 31 teams that have been confirmed for that particular competition. We have the Savannah and then the Atlantic Conference also. So that is how it's going to be played, just like the way the women are playing. The women's final will be tipping off later today in Lagos, and the first game will be between the Blue Whales and then the Customs. Customs is of Abuja. They will be starting the competition, that's the finals, by 3 p.m. Then Air Warriors and MFM will do battle by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So the tipping off will be by 3 p.m. between Customs and then Bayelsa Wales at 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Fantastic one. At the end of the day, let's see who is going to be crowned 2023 Women Basketball League champions. These 4 teams have actually come this far. Any team that wins it deserves to win it and deserves to be there. So it's a good one that we are having the Women's League. Let's not forget also that 2 years this league didn't actually come up. We had, because of the issue that is still rocking the NBBF assistants, and we are calling on the minister to actually look into that crisis rocking the NBBF, and let's have this sport up and running better the way it used to be. Remember those days when there was no trouble, where there was no power tussle in the NBBF. You always have competition, NBBF competition in Abuja, in Lagos, and in Benin. But now, well, it's all about politics. These two things cannot work together. Politics and sports cannot marry each other. It's actually a two different world. If you want to do politics, do politics. If you want to do sport, do sports. And that is what we are telling our leaders out there, our various federation president. Don't use politics to spoil the sports. Yes, we know the administrative side of sports needs to be occupied, but don't do it at all costs. I want to be there at all costs. Just try. If you don't have what to give in that particular federation, don't even venture in. Everybody should know their area of strength, and that is what it is. For the Women's Basketball League final, congratulations to all of the four teams, and then whichever team wins it, thumbs up to that team until the last day of competition. Then we'll know the team that wins it. The first game will be coming up by 3 p.m. Nigerian and time. Okay, let's leave that story and go straight to America, where Gotham FC have celebrated IFEOMA ONUMONU Super Falcons forward IFEOMA ONUMONU for making 100 club appearance for Gotham FC in the Women's League in America. They actually celebrated her for getting to that number, centenary number. You can see her on your screen, presented with a flower and a plaque with her name on that plaque, ONUMONU 100. That's a very big one for a female player, and I'm proud that she didn't play for American, she came to play for Nigeria. 100 games for Gotham FC of America, and now she has been celebrated for that achievement, and which is actually a fantastic one for IFEOMA ONUMONU. We know when she came to play for Nigeria, her first appearance for Nigeria was the game against Cote d'Ivoire during the World Cup qualifier right here in Abuja. That is at the Abiola National Stadium, MKO, Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. And after that game, it was a fantastic outing for her. And after that game, she granted an interview, and she said she was happy to come back home, to come back and play for her fatherland, to come back and represent Nigeria. And after this, then she was also with the squad, Super Falcons squad, that went to the last Women's Nations Cup in Morocco, where we got to the third place and we finished fourth after we lost to Zambia in the third place game. But at the end of the day, she was also with the team that went to the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, where Nigeria got to the round of 16. Okay, we have Jeremiah Omoni all the way from Ekiti joining us this morning. Jeremiah, quickly react to the first story, where the ministry is ready to actually nurture the talents discovered at the last National Youth Games in Asaba Delta State.
Okay, thank you very much for having me around morning. I'm so excited to join you. If you look, it's one of the pillars to sustainable sport development in any country is grassroots development. And we've seen over time that the World Result competition, youth championship, and the rest is to keep synergy, to keep that development in terms of sports. So I'm so excited that this ministry is looking into this, are trying to get themselves into work. It's barely just now that the minister joined, that the minister joined the ministry, and right now I think it's a positive vibe, a positive energy.
Okay, it's a positive energy
for these guys.
Okay, positive one for these guys, and it's a good one. The ministry is doing that. Let's quickly go to America. That is where we were before you joined us. Talking about IFEOMA ONUMONU making 100 club appearances for Gotham FC of America, and she was celebrated for a Super Falcons player.
Yes, it's a very good one. I'm so excited that I'm so excited for that. ONUMONU is becoming a legend in that club, because on teams, I think that's actually huge. That's actually huge for her, that she's getting her feet started. And if you look you look at her performance in the Super Falcons too, you really know that she's working. She's very diligent with whatever she's doing. So I think there's more. There's more for her. There's more in stake for her. So I'm so excited for IFEOMA ONUMONU as well. But I really still put it to her that she should also look into coming to Europe, because we know that Europe is where football is being done. So look at clubs like Barcelona, Lyon, Wolfsburg, Arsenal, or even Chelsea. So I think that's coming to play the Champions League. I think that's actually going to be a career.
Okay, she should also look to come to Europe and join the likes of Rasheedat Ajibade, Asisat Oshoala, Francisca Odega, though in China right now. A lot of them, a lot of Super Falcons players playing their trade in Europe. The likes of Christy Uchebe with Benfica women. For IFEOMA ONUMONU, I think she wants to remain in America. 100 club games for GOTHAM FC, massive number. Okay, let's leave America and come back straight to Europe, where games went down last night in the Euro qualifiers. But we are going to take this one first. England, since 1977, have never gotten a home win against the Italian Azzurris. But finally, they came back. Jude Bellingham started the comeback, though he didn't get the goal. He got the penalty for England, and Harry Kane was able to convert it before Rashford added the second, and Harry Kane getting the third 13 minutes from time. Since 1977, this team has never beaten Italy at home. And we remember the last time in Euro final, they lost to the Italian Azzurris. Finally, they've gotten a revenge.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that game yesterday was I felt that it's kind of a roller coaster of game, of matches that you've seen. And because if you look at the way the Italian Azzurri they started yesterday, you actually believe that they will beat England probably 4-0, because if you see they started the way Scamacca scored the goal and everything, and you'll be like, oh, I think we're another big for another nice dance, another Azzurri dance. But definitely it didn't go as planned. And that's another thing again that we must look at. I think one of the that has actually been keeping the Three Lions is Bellingham. Look at his performance at the last World Cup. What he's doing currently for the Three as well. I think that guy is greatness.
Yeah.
His performance with Real Madrid is exceptional. So now look at the way he has transited. Look at Harry Kane too as well. In the Bundesliga, people thought that Harry Kane won't be able to fit into the national team. But look at this guy. It's as if Southgate is closer to get England their silverware after so much. So I won't be surprised when a major competition comes around and England wins it all.
Yes, you won't be surprised, because that team is firing from all cylinders, and one man is so instrumental to that team, young Jude Bellingham, carrying the England national team on his shoulder. That is what it is. He's also doing well at the club level, and also doing when it comes to the Three Lions. It was a fantastic result for the Three Lions of England. They joined the likes of Portugal, the host nation, Germany, and the rest to qualify, first teams to qualify for the Euro 2024. Okay, let's have the full results of fixtures that went down last night in Euro qualifiers. Let's have the result. Like you know, Italy lost to England 3-2. Malta against Ukraine, it was 3-1. Italy, England 3-1, I beg your pardon. Lithuania against Hungary 2-2. And then Serbia against Montenegro was 3-1. Finland 1, Kazakhstan 2. Northern Ireland 0 at home. They lost to Slovenia. And San Marino also lost to Denmark 2-1. Those were the results that went down last night in the Euro qualifier. And we also had some friendly games that were played yesterday. We had a lot of friendly games, and one game that surprises me, the Eagles of Mali did what the Super Eagles could not do against Saudi Arabia. These are the results of some of the games that went down in the international friendlies. Yesterday, Japan beat Tunisia 2-1, a Nations Cup bound team. South Korea defeated Vietnam 6-0. That's thrashing. North Macedonia beat Armenia 3-1. Saudi Arabia lost to Eagles of Mali. The two teams are Eagles, Super Eagles, and Eagles of Mali. 3-1 against Saudi Arabia. They beat Saudi Arabia where we went to play 2-2 draw with Saudi Arabia. Zambia defeated Uganda 3-0. Albania 2, Bulgaria 0. Estonia and Thailand 1-1. Qatar lost to Iran 4-0. Australia beat New Zealand, close continent, 2-0. And then Ivory Coast and South Africa, these two teams are also Nations Cup bound. They played out a 1-1 draw. Okay, these are some of the friendly games that went down yesterday. Precisely, that was Tuesday, right there, in using the FIFA window to actually get their teams, get their acts together. Okay, let's still stay in Europe. Let's leave some of the friendly games and stay in Europe, where we have, okay, the continuation of that international friendly games. USA beat Ghana 4-0, and then we had USA 4-0, France against Scotland 4-1, and then Mexico and Germany played out a 2-2 draw. All right, let's go straight to Europe. If we talk about the men, we also talk about the women. We have the Women's Champions League second round qualifiers fixtures for tonight. We have a lot of them. All of the teams will be playing that second round qualifiers. We have Voskla Poltova women against Romania women. Roma women leading with first aggregate with 3-0. Olympia Cluj women against Slavia Prague women. Aggregate is 5 in favor of Slavia Prague. Rosengard women against Spartak Bukduka women, 2-1. Rosengard leading with 2-1 aggregate. We have Sparta Prague women against Eintracht Frankfurt ladies of Germany. And also, Eintracht Frankfurt Germany's ladies are leading with 5-0 aggregate. We have Wolfsburg ladies against Paris FC Feminines. That is the team of our number one goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nadozie. First leg, it was 3-3. And whatever happens in this game, I'm particularly concerned about this game. Whatever happens, if there are no goals, they will go to extra time. After extra time, they also go to penalties. And then Ajax women against Zurich women, 6-0 aggregate for Ajax women. Let's have the second side of it, because a lot of fixtures will have more than we have Brand women against Glasgow City women, 4-0 aggregate in favor of Brand women. We have FC 20 women of Netherlands against Haken women, 2-2 aggregate. We have St. Pollen women of Austria against Valor women, 4-0 aggregate in favor of St. Pollen. We have Valencia women against Real Madrid Femino, 1-2. Real Madrid Femino leading the first leg. We have Paris Saint-Germain Feminines against Manchester United women, 1-1 in the first leg. And then Benfica women, Christy Uchebe, I think they are already qualified, 7-0 against Apollon Limassol women of Cyprus. So Benfica leading that first leg aggregate. A lot of fixtures in the Women's Champions League. After now, they will now go straight to the group stage. Omoni, quickly, for Paris Feminines, that is where our concern should be, and Benfica women, who are already leading 7-0 from the first leg aggregate. But for Paris FC, they defeated Arsenal ladies en route to the qualification proper. It was penalties, and Chiamaka Nadozie was superb for Paris FC women on that night against Arsenal ladies. And now against Wolfsburg ladies, 3-3 first leg draw, and now the second leg will be coming up, which is a make or mark for Paris FC or Wolfsburg ladies themselves.
Yeah, you see that the first leg was actually very tough between both sides, and if you look at the way it's playing out now, Paris FC will be traveling down to Germany against Wolfsburg. So means hello?
I can hear you. Go on.
Should I continue?
Yes, continue. I can hear you.
Okay. So which means Paris FC. Okay, Paris FC will be going to Germany to play against Wolfsburg. So definitely, it's actually going to be a tough one, because you know the way the Giants, the way they behave, and you going to the Jam to.
Okay.
Okay, you going to the German soil and play, it's actually going to be another extraordinary effort in playing that particular game. And don't forget that Wolfsburg is not actually a simple side. They're actually a versatile too as well if you look at them in the past. So I just hope for the best because I'm actually confident that Chiamaka Nadozie will definitely put the flag, will make us proud tonight as well, too, as she does. So, but we still need to look at the fact that the advantage for Wolfsburg might actually play very significant role in today's game.
Okay, the home advantage
And here we go.
might play a very big role in today's game. And for Chiamaka Nadozie, we know she's equal to the task. Okay, quickly before we go on the show, let's take this transfer story. Just one, where Newcastle United are ready to bid for Manchester City, Calvin Phillips. We know that this man has not really had his time with Pep Guardiola at Etihad. Injury is not a good friend of him at all. Okay, Omoni, that is where we'll leave it on 360 Sports this morning. Thanks for joining me on the show.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
That is it on 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Thanks for watching.